You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, folks. It's Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the big show. As always, for 16 years and 2,400 episodes of bringing the Chris Voss Show. And we're not getting tired anytime soon. My back might hurt a little bit, but other than that, it's just old age. But we love you tuning into the show. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss one, the face, TikTokity, and Facebook.com/Chris Voss. Anyway, we always have the most amazing minds on the show that share with us their journeys, their stories, their lessons of life. And today we have much of the usual same. We're just not a show that brings you stupid people that talk out their ass and don't know what they're talking about. We bring you smart people. Darn it. And sorry, we're not that kind of podcast if that's what you're looking for. Anyway, we're going to be talking with, I've got two people here of different names, and it's kind of throwing me here. We're going to be talking with Paul Tembunde, and we're going to be talking about their book that he shares with his wife, and it is called Money Locates You. Out May 26, 2022 by his wife, Joan Acobina. And we're going to get into it there. Welcome to the show. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for having me on your show. It's an honor, and I'm delighted to be here.
And it's an honor to have you as well, Paul. Give us your .coms. Where do you want people to find you on the interwebs?
I would say they can check us out at premierdestiny.com as our main homepage for our company, premierdestiny.com. Or it's the easier one is askjohnandpaul.com. Askjohnandpaul.com, all spelled out. Yeah.
There you go. So give us an overview of what's inside this book. Money finds you, but it hasn't found my bank account yet. I keep calling me on these bounce checks or something. I don't know what's going on.
That's a good one, Chris. Now, Joan actually wrote that book, and she dedicated me. I mean, I'm on there as a dedication. Joan is the brains behind the book, Chris. I'm not going to take the credit. Okay. I was a small part of it, but she did it all. Essentially, it's based on biblical principles that help you attract money to yourself. And I think that it's a book that is written. It was God inspired. Okay, I mean, I'm a person of faith, Chris. So I hope you are too. And Joan felt inspired by God to write this book. And so the words in there. I mean, if you read it, you're going to see a lot of biblical references in there, Chris, and I'll be sure to make sure John autographs a copy for you. I'll get it off.
I'd love to have one.
Yeah. So it was, it's inspired by God. It has a lot of, a lot of information in that how to use biblical principles to attract wealth.
There you go. Yeah. The proper application of certain laws, principles, and practical steps to money manifestation. You learn how to position yourself physically, emotionally, and spiritually to receive the abundance that is forever seeking to come to you and through you. Now I just need to get over to Bank of America. I'm just kidding.
Because Chris, John and I believe that that the world is abundant. We believe the world is abundant. I mean, because if you look at it, Chris, I mean, when you plant say corn, you don't just get one, right?
Yeah.
You get heads of corn, right? I mean, you go fishing, you look at the seas. I mean, you don't see just one fish. There's fishes all over the place, right? I mean, so there's abundance in our universe, there's abundance in our world. So we strongly believe that everyone has that potential to have an abundant life, and that's what we're talking about.
The outlook of abundance over scarcity, it segues through our society, and when it seems like when a culture or people or individuals have an abundance mindset that there's plenty of wealth out there. There's and it's available to everybody. There's people that struggle with struggle with I forget what the term is, but they feel like they're faking. Well, scarcity, the opposite of abundance. So there's people that out there, they operate in scarcity where, there's not enough, I must, we must somehow, make it so that I can excel because there's never enough. And, usually in a society and in people, there's plenty for everyone. So you can either have a go-getter mindset or a boo-hoo, I can't do it mindset, which is kind of an excuse just to cop out, really. When it
I
comes
agree,
to
100%. Chris, the thing is that I think a big part of it is that we don't know. Ignorance is a big part of it, and ignorance, Chris, is not a bad thing. Matter of fact, I would say about 7, 8 years ago, when I got introduced to my first mentor. He said it. I mean, he said, "Listen, what a lot of us are ignorant, and ignorance is not knowing." Chris, I bet you there's some things you don't know about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, pretty much everything.
Well, same here. And I think the biggest problem we have is that when we say something, some folks feel like it's a put down. It's not. We're ignorant about a lot of stuff. What drives away ignorance? Knowledge. And I think that once we're exposed to our potential, what we could be, okay, what is in us, how to bring it out, then we're off to the races. We can then be able to attract that abundance that is really ours. It's our birthright. It really is. I mean, that's our story. That's my story with John.
Yeah. Tell us about that story. You coming to America and starting businesses and et cetera, et cetera. Tell us your upbringing and
thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. I'd love to share with you. John and I are originally from Cameroon, West Africa, and we're high school sweethearts. So we've been that way for a long time.
Congratulations!
Thank you. And after high school, I had a desire to come to America. I mean, I really, you heard that movie, Coming to America? That was my movie. I really wanted to come here.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Cameroon, West Africa.
Oh, there you go, Cameroon.
And so I wanted to come to America. It was a dream of mine. There was something about America that I just felt like if I came here, I would achieve it. That was me.
Oh, there you go.
So
maybe you just really wanted an In-N-Out burger or something.
That's right.
Only available on the West Coast. So
there you go. And then I came here, and then Joan flew off to England, and she went to college there, and I came here. And so when I came here, went to college and graduated with honors, I might add, and learned the culture and everything. And once I got out of college, I wanted to look at something of what I could do. Graduate school was a good option, but it wasn't what I wanted at that time, because I saw friends who had graduated, started graduate school, and then we're still doing the same jobs that we're doing when they were in undergrad. I said, well, that's not for me. It doesn't make sense, right? Couldn't add up for me. Yeah. So I wanted to try my hand in the entrepreneurial side of America because I believe that there was something about capitalism to me. I just figured I had to be in control of something and just give it a shot. I got into Amway, Chris.
Amway.
Wow. That's kind of giving my age a little bit away, right?
Hey, you and me, Dad. My dad used to take me to the Amway things as a kid.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. So I got into Amway, Chris, and started selling soap, right, and some other things. I didn't make much money, Chris. I did not make much money, but I learned something. I learned personal development. I started reading books. They told me I could be anything I wanted to be if I was willing to work for it.
There's a catch.
Yes, sir. They told me that was a solution to my challenges. They didn't call them problems, challenges.
Challenge.
All right. I started looking at things differently. They said, don't talk about problems, talk about challenges. And I started reading some books. My mind expanded. And Chris, it's a funny thing. Once your mind is expanded, you can't really go back to what was before. Because I saw potential. I saw potential, Chris. And a few years later, Joan moved over from England to here. She had a master's at that point, came over, and she had. And like I told you, she's a smart part of the family, Chris. I told you.
You did make that known on you.
Yes, sir. I married up. I'll tell you that.
There you go. There you go.
So she came over. We started our family, but then we found out pretty quickly that with the jobs we were doing at that time, we could not pay our rent on one person's check.
Oh, wow.
In fact, Chris, we had to wait. I had to wait for Joan's check to come in for us to be able to pay our rent. That's how we started. We shopped in the poorest side of town. I mean, that's what we could afford, right? But we did not complain. We felt like, what could we do in this great country that has so much potential. How could we be a part of the solution?
Mm-hmm.
How could we kind of, get some of that abundance?
Mm-hmm.
And we got into, we got introduced to some other things. We got some more education. John became a database administrator, Oracle database administrator,
Mm-hmm.
with the airport system. She did
Oh,
that.
wow.
It was pretty good money. I became also a systems engineer with Microsoft. It was
Mm-hmm.
good money. Boy, I had never made that kind of money before, Chris. Never.
Yeah.
All right. Finally, I could pay the rent on one person's check. That was a big deal for us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We John and I like to say that we had moved into the American middle class at that point.
Mm-hmm.
We got our little townhouse, started raising our kids, but then we started realizing, Chris, that there was a month left at the end of the money.
A month left at the end of the money. I like that analogy. That's funny.
Yeah. So, and we started dreaming again. Well, how could we be part of this American prosperity? We felt that being in business for ourselves was the way to go. We were hard workers. We weren't scared to work hard, Chris. We love to work. All right. I mean, because that's the only way you get money. You have to earn it, right? We're not scared to work. But then what could we do?
Mm-hmm.
John, thankfully, had been introduced into caring for seniors. She had done that, a few years earlier, she had done that. And so she said, well, honey, why don't we think about maybe purchasing our own home care franchise? Now, this is in early 2002.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a lot of money. I'll tell you that. Remember, I said we're doing well. We didn't have a lot of money saved up. But we had a credit card.
Oh, that's all you need.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to America.
It maxed out at $13,000, I believe that.
Oh, wow.
We did a credit card advance,
Mm-hmm.
bought on the credit card about $12,000 and some change,
Whoa.
and then purchased a franchise
Mm-hmm.
and started working, taking care of seniors, helping them out, helping them with, things like making their meals, taking them out for grocery shopping, taking them out for walks, medical appointments. That's what we do. And it took off. It was a process.
Mm-hmm.
It took off. Eventually, Chris, we bought another office, another one again, another one. So we now have 4, employing north of 300 people.
Wow.
And serving thousands of people out there that need our services. So that's how we did it. That's
wow.
We're very proud to be able to serve all these people.
Congratulations. You took the risk. That some people I know, they take the risk especially with credit cards, and it doesn't work out so well. So it sounds like you guys worked hard and you worked smart and got it put together.
Chris, it was by the grace of God. We did the work, but we felt that God made it possible for us. And also it has a lot to do with the American system. I mean, we believe that the system, the American system, the environment in which we are, made it possible for us. Yeah. Of course, we did the work. Work somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you're not in a system that supports what you do, it's not going to turn out so well, I don't think. So it was our system, and it speaks to the greatness of this country, because nowhere else could we have succeeded as well.
There you go, America. Who knew?
Yes,
it's still a land of the free, and let's not push it. Anyway, I'm just doing jokes, people. Yeah, imposter syndrome. That was the term I was looking for. A lot of people, if they have an issue with abundance and they think from a scarcity mindset, they usually have like imposter syndrome. Like, I can't be rich, or I don't have the mindset or the training. I don't have the college degree to be successful. They've got all sorts of excuses, and there is a difference in mindset between scarcity and abundance, and you have to sit down and ask yourself, as how do I think? Do I think from abundance?
Yes.
Do I, because when you think in a victimhood sort of thing, that you're an imposter syndrome, or that there's not enough for everybody. We've all got to fight and scrap for the peanuts. Then that's what you get. I mean, what you see is what you get. I remember Tony Robbins used to have this great thing where he talks about two people can go to a party and they can see 2 completely different experiences. One can go and they can be like, oh, well, this is a great party, and look, people are having fun. Yet the other person might go to the same party and they see people kind of bored, or
Yeah, oh yeah,
not
oh yeah,
happy. Maybe someone's having a
yes,
fight with their girlfriend or something.
yeah,
You go, oh, that's a bad party. That
yeah,
was really negative. No one had fun at that party. And two people come away with two different perspectives, and that's that real difference between the two. Now, one of your things on your journey, you met Bob Proctor and got to know
yeah,
him. Tell us a little bit
yeah.
about that.
Oh, absolutely, Chris. I'm going to just segue back on what you talked about,
Sure, please.
having a point of view or whatnot. You know, Dr. Wendell used to say that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. When you
Ah,
change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And you know, my contention, Chris, is that your attitude can either be your burden or your beacon.
your
That's how you
attitude
look
can
at
be
it.
your burden or your
Or your
beacon. I love
beacon.
that. I love
Absolutely.
that.
Because it depends how you look at it. Because we all, I mean, think about it, Chris. I mean, you have challenges, I have challenges,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Hey, everyone has challenges. In fact, everyone has 24 hours a day. But how come Jeff Bezos is where he is, we're where we are?
Mm-hmm.
It's a mindset, isn't it? It's how you look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, so it's all of that. Yeah, Chris, I think I would say about 15 years into our home care business,
Mm-hmm.
I became a bit restless. Okay, I became a bit restless. I was grateful for what we had done, but I
Sure.
felt there was a little bit, there was more we could do. I felt there was more in me that
Mm-hmm.
could still do out there. So I felt a bit, I was not comfortable, but there was something, I was antsy. Okay, I want to do more.
Mm-hmm.
And so, being a person of faith, I prayed about it, thought about it, and prayed some more, and all of that. Did some meditation and all of that, and I was led to Mr. Proctor.
Wow.
Okay, one day I was going on my walks. I always do go out in the morning walk, and
Mm-hmm.
while I was listening to his YouTube, he had a YouTube interview he was doing, and that's where he talked about darkness. He said, "Well, a lot of us don't make it in life, don't succeed in life the way we would love to because we're ignorant of our potential.
Oh,
We don't
wow.
know we don't know what we have inside of us. You can
Mhm.
do whatever you want, but if
Mhm.
you don't know that you have the potential, nothing's going to happen to you.
It's true.
Ignorance is the issue, and ignorance is solved by having knowledge. Chris, I often say that it's almost like you and I were invited to the White House for dinner, or you
Mhm.
and your wife were invited to the White House for dinner. For
Mhm.
the president's coming to town to invite you for dinner, but you never got an invitation.
Oh,
You
wow.
don't know about it,
Mhm.
right? If you don't know, you're not going to show up.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with our potential here, Chris. We don't know what we've got. And I contend that, you don't know how successful you can be until you take a chance on yourself. So I'm
Oh.
all about betting on yourself. Forget victimhood. We all have 24 hours in a day. But how
Mhm.
come some of the folks use theirs and go through whatever challenges we may be going through and overcome, and others don't? It's how to look at
Yeah.
it, how
Yeah.
to approach it. So
Mhm.
Bob showed me that I could do better. I could be whomever I wanted to be, but it had to do with I had to work on me first.
Ah.
I had to work on me.
Mhm.
It was the be, do, have mentality.
Ah, be do have.
I had to be the best person I could be,
Mhm.
so I could do what I did. So I could then do the things I needed to do, so I
Mhm.
could have what I wanted to have.
Oh, wow.
Be, do, have.
Be do have. I love that. There's
Yeah.
like a be no do that
Yes.
Army uses
Yeah.
for their leadership training,
Yes.
and it's very
Yes.
impressive.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
yeah, you have to you have to do have your shit together and be prepared
Oh yeah.
for
Oh,
success.
absolutely.
I
But
mean,
because Chris, I mean, the fact of the matter is that it's about the changing. See, I always tell people that success is not really what you get;
mm-hmm.
it's who you become.
Mm,
It's the person that you become in the process of reaching that goal, whatever goal it is. That makes a big difference.
yeah.
Because you can, think about it. You see all these folks win multi-million dollar lotteries, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a few years later, they're broke. Come on, how's that possible?
Isn't that funny?
Because it doesn't change them. They haven't changed who they are internally.
Mm.
And once you can change you and be the best version of who you can be, whatever that is to you, you go through a
Mm-hmm.
growth process, become a better version of who you are. Then you attract whatever else you need to attract out there, and then you can enjoy. That's as much as you want.
There you go. I love it.
Yeah.
It's definitely inspiring.
Thank you, Chris.
So now tell us what you do on your website here. You've got your website, premierdestiny.com. You also have the other one, Ask Joan
Joan
and
Paul.
Paul. Tell us about some
Yes.
of the offerings you have there. I know some stuff.
Chris,
on
we help people. I like to say that what John and I do at Premier Destiny is that we help folks find out the God-given talents that they have buried in themselves that they don't know they have, and bring it to the fore so they can serve, they can benefit from it by serving others. Whatever that is, that's what we do. I also like to say that our Premier Destiny, what we do is that we enlighten people, we empower them, and we inspire them. We inspire them to bring out the greatness that's in them, that's in themselves, so they can lead and live a life of abundance and fulfillment. Because if you don't know what you've got, you can't take advantage of it.
That's true. Yeah.
That's what Bob did for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Bob did for me. That's what, and then it impacted Joan too. The folks who work with, that's what we do for them. We sit down and find out what they want. Because you see, life is about finding your passion and being the best at it. Because once you find your passion, Chris, as you know, it's a labor of love.
Yeah, it really is.
It is, sir. Yes, sir. Time flies without even realizing that you're doing it. Because you love what you do. That's what you're cut out to do. We all have it. It's not the same thing for everyone, but we help folks find out what it is for them and help them bring it out so they can then realize whatever dreams they want and be abundant, live an abundant life and be fulfilled. That's what we do. It's about making a difference, Chris. What we do is about making a difference, because we believe in touching other people's lives in a positive way, making a difference, serving. Because that's what differences make.
There you go. So tell us about some of the offerings you have here. I see there's success pathways you have. There's the Destiny Key, the Money Marathon, Pages of Pros. Tell us about some of these things you do when you help other people.
Well, Chris, what we do is that we offer certain things, and we do group coaching, work with folks, that business folks, folks who are in business or in home care space. We work with folks. Home care space, we help them grow their business. We've been fortunate to build our business to multiple 7 figures, right? So we're able to do that. So that's what we do. We bring out that we help folks who are just getting started in the home care space and help them grow their business. We've been there. It's almost like, we're using a mentor, someone who's walked that path before you, kind of knows what's involved and can kind of hold your hands. That's what we do. That's one way we do it. We can do it in a group setting or personally. We can do private coaching. We do that as well. We also work with the professionals who are looking to get out there and make a difference, whatever that difference is. They want to identify what is holding them back. They want to break out of that and get out there and be the best version of who they are, so they can earn more, touch more lives, and be fulfilled. That's what we do. And we do that through Destiny Coaching is one of them. Money Marathon is another piece of it. And then again, like I talked about, John wrote a book, so we can help with that as well. But essentially, it's because at the end of the day, Chris, we find that it's about your mindset. It's about your mindset. It comes down to how you look at things. Do you look at life as you, like you talked about victimhood? Do you look at it, boy, everything is against me, or I have a chance here? We believe that we all, each and every one of us, is a co-creator in their life, whatever that is. We have that power. But again, Chris, if you don't know you have the power, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it. I needed someone to help me realize that the power is in me. He had to help me unleash that power. That's what we do.
There you go. And so you work with people. Do you do it on like a monthly basis, yearly? What are some of the ways that you help people?
Chris,
I know there's a community on here too.
Yes, Chris. Our offerings are when we meet with folks, we have a 3-month period, 6-month period, 9-month period. It's how we do it. It's based on what the needs are. We have a free discovery call. We'll meet with them, find out what they really want, and if it's then we'll set a game plan based on what they want. And then we'll go from there. But it's 3 to 6 months. Period is what we do, because we believe that you really can't do much. You cannot really impact a life or impact those changes for at least 3 to 6 months. What we recommend. But again, it's based on what the needs are. We'll meet with them on a free discovery call, find out what the needs, where they want to go, and the business or personal life, and we'll go from there. Professional life, we'll do that.
There you go. And there's a place where people can book a call on your website. There's
Absolutely,
testimonials.
Chris.
There's
Absolutely, Chris.
videos and stuff.
Yes. And we also have, like I said, we're on YouTube. You can check out, and if you go to our website, you get on YouTube. We have affirmations that are there that are free. You can, because you see, it's all a matter of rewiring our brain, Chris. We have to change how we look at things, and we have some freebies in there that can help anyone who wants it. We have YouTube videos. We have some interviews we've done with folks like yourselves out there, and we have on there on display for folks to check it out.
There you go. Well, awesome sauce. Inspiring the world, making the world a better place. It's good to see Bob's work being passed around. He's influenced a lot of great people.
Yes.
And then people can, of course, order the book as well. Money Locates You.
Yes.
Anything we haven't missed or talked about that we should tease out to people so they get
well, Chris, I think you've kind of covered just about everything. The book is on Amazon. John's book's on Amazon. But again, I just want to share with people that the potential is in there in each and every one of us. If you're not happy where you are, you want to make a difference. You feel like you want to be able to be part of this American dream and even do more. It's possible for you. It's possible. If it worked for John and I, it can work for you as well. And we're here to support you, because the greatness of America is in what each and every one of us does.
It's interesting. It's interesting to me how people come to this country as immigrants, and they realize the potential. They realize the value of America, the freedom of democracy, the power to pursue their ideas, and the power that if they work hard and smart, they can reap the rewards.
Absolutely.
One thing, I grew up with the USSR and Russia and communism, and in communism, they basically told you, hey, in China, you don't have to work hard, because if you work hard, you're not going to get anything more. We pay the same to everybody.
Yeah. You're right, Chris. You're so right, Chris. But then the point is that not everyone is cut out the same, though. If you want to be able to do the things that we and serve and help others, one of the greatest about America is the fact that we're such a charitable country. We help so many other people. But you can't. My contention is that you cannot give someone from an empty tank. I cannot give you, if my cup isn't full, I can't give you anything.
That's
I have
true.
to have something to give you. What is that something? How do we get there? It's by getting out there and making a difference, so we can be able to help and serve. And to me, it comes down to service. Really, it comes down to service.
Yeah.
One of the things, that sometimes we kind of struggle with, a lot of us, is change, Chris. And I think that's something that keeps a lot of us stuck sometimes. We don't want to change. We resist change. But as Napoleon Hill said, he said that your issue is not, it's not change. Your issue is resistance to change. Change will come. Change will come. The person who hangs on to yesterday gets crushed by tomorrow. We don't want that.
Yeah.
We don't want that. Make change your friend. We have to make change our friend. And how do we do that? By having mentors around us. Folks that can see things that we haven't gotten there yet and help guide us. That's what we do. We're here to make a difference. That's what we do. Think about it. If we can, if many more of us look at things, look at the brighter side of things, and are more abundant and more fulfilled, live more fulfilled lives. That makes the world a lot better. That's the world I want to live in, Chris. Don't you?
Yeah. This nation was built when it first started out as an abundance nation. There was plenty of land. There still is. If you're traveling, there's still plenty of land. It's a huge country. A lot of people that come to America, they go, damn, there's a lot of space to move around. And so there's that aspect of it. That also means you can move around to a lot of opportunity. It's people come here and they can be successful. Sadly, it seems like a lot of our society has encapsulated this mantra of the scarcity, and it's like, oh, we don't have enough here, so we've got to get rid of people that might be taking what we're taking. And the irony is, of course, those people are doing jobs that most Americans would never do in a million years.
100%, Chris. 100%. Again, I go back to say that I think that I think we've been misinformed. I think that's the way I look at it. And again, it goes back to because you fear something that you don't know much about, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing. I think that's where that comes in. Fear. We're trying to hang on to stuff, but then there's a lot more than that available. Like I said, I mean, if we could just find out what we really are made of, what the potential is in us, how we can, what we can do, it would astound. It would surprise even us.
Yeah.
And once we realize that we have the potential, then you don't have to worry about who's getting what, because guess what? If you're doing what you're designed to do, you were put on earth to do, and everyone is doing what they're supposed to do, we'll all be happy.
Oh yeah. I mean, people don't realize too, you really thrive in your ability as a human being when you do something you love. It's changed my world to do something I love as opposed to something that I don't love.
There you go.
It makes all the difference in the world.
Absolutely.
And
100%.
yeah.
I mean, Chris, I'll echo that sentiment as well. I mean, I love reading, I love sharing, I love inspiring others. That's my gift. That's my gift. I mean, it's something that, and because it's my gift, it's something I love. I do it, I do it my way, just like you do this in your way. This is a Chris Voss show. It's not a Paul Tembunde show, right?
Well, it kind of is for half an hour. So.
there you go. So that's the thing, and we have to get off the fact that someone's taking something. It's none of that.
Yeah.
We just have to expose ourselves. It comes down to awareness, Chris. It's awareness. Once you're aware, once you raise your awareness, to a certain way, you understand how life really works, and the fact that there's enough for everyone. In fact, there's more than enough for everyone.
Oh yeah.
Once you get that in your mind, what is going to stop you? I believe that the issue is that we're in our own way because of our thinking.
Yeah. And so you guys teach that, you help people with it. Give people, as we go out, your final pitch on how they can onboard with you, how they can reach out to you, how they can get to know you guys better, et cetera, et cetera.
Yes. Thank you again, Chris. Thank you for this opportunity to speak with your listeners here. Chris, like I said, John and I believe that everyone has the potential to really bring out the best in who they are. Everyone can live an abundant and fulfilled life. And at Premier Destiny, that's what we do. That's exactly what we do. At Premier Destiny, we enlighten people, we empower them, and we inspire them to bring out the greatness that's in themselves. Everyone has potential. But again, if you don't know you have it, you're not going to be able to take advantage of it.
It's true.
That's what we do there. We've been through that process. John and I, we came from humble big backgrounds. We're able to build a dream, build our businesses, go through challenges, and come on the other side. Folks, challenges shouldn't stop you. They should encourage you. They should teach you. It's a sign of life. In fact, I believe it's a sign of life when you have challenges. You should welcome them.
Yeah, it means you're alive. It means things are moving.
Absolutely. And that's what we do. So I would encourage anyone who's looking to better their lives, better themselves, know themselves better, be a difference maker, who wants to take advantage of the greatness of this country, U.S., to reach out to us, because we can help them. If you're a business owner, especially if you're in home care, that's our space. But if you want to just better yourself, bring out the best of you as a professional, we can also help you. Reach out to us at Ask Joan and Paul. It's all spelled at AskJoanandPaul.com, and we'll help you or PremierDestiny.com. We have videos on YouTube, we're on Instagram, LinkedIn, all of that. Again, we're all about bringing the best in each and every one of ourselves.
There you go. Well, it's been wonderful to have you on the show and definitely inspiring. We certainly appreciate it, man.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thanks. It's an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. An honor to have you as well, sir. Inspiring people, making the world better. I love people like yourself that lift up the world.
Thank you, Chris.
We need more people like yourself that lead us and go, hey, there's something better, because this scarcity mindset is real bullshit. In America,
it's not a way at all. I mean, if this were in Russia, it'd be fine, or China. Not in America.
Not in America. Let's not go there. All right. Well, thank you very much, folks. Order up the book wherever fine books are sold. Money Locates You. Out May 26, 2022. Look for his wife's name on it, Joan Icobina, and all that good stuff.
It's available on Amazon too, Chris. It's available on Amazon. So yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Thanks to, and there'll be a link to the Amazon book on the website, as well as the other links to his websites. Thank you for coming by. To my audience, go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss 1 on the TikTokity, and all those crazy places on the internet. Be good to each other. Stay safe. We'll see you